This is the universal fantasy, and this is some other fantasy. It feels like we're in the woods. And the dark woods is what I was called to get, so we're getting this. Where are we? You were a water king. This comes through as like almost like a literal Larry here. You were a water king. This is the into the woods and nymphs and dryads, perhaps, like the water fairies. You were the one that set the law, set the precedent, set things down. In your kingdom, it was very much by the shore. This is not like a past life in human land. This is a past life like you were literally in with the water sprites and water fairies. I think they might be called dryads. I don't know. You are the water king. Is definitely coming up as male, a person of power, person of authority, person that's setting the rules, setting the terms of your little tribe, clan, call it what you will. I don't know what they call it. I don't know what they call it. Okay, hang on. There was somebody that was super, super wounded that you were teacher to. It says, fresh approach, you're worth it. This is somebody else coming through. This is somebody younger. This is somebody that you took in, you mentored. It's like you raised a little girl that wasn't yours. And super important. You added to her knowledge and added to this sense of adventure. I think you had gotten a little bit... stodgy. I don't know, didn't know that fairies could get stodgy, but it feels like you got a little bit stodgy, a little bit I would call it crusty. I don't know the right word. Stuck in your ways is what I would say. You got a little stuck in your ways, and here's this girl coming through that is like sweet girl. I think she is also of the fairy variety. I don't think she's human at all, but she's another one that comes through. But you got the responsibility of taking care of her. I don't know what happened to her other part of her family or her people yet, but this is one that you got assigned. It's like you were assigned to guide her. What else is going on here? You had seen a lot of like out of control sprites. What the fuck? Really? Out of control sprites, like rambunctious fairies that are like of the trickster or sometimes even the mean variety of fae. You'd seen them and you're like, yeah, that's not okay, that's a no-no. And then this one comes through and gentled through. Like you had to be a little bit the water king in here, the king of the sprites on that one. You were viewed as larger than life and people would try and pull fast ones on you. Sometimes the tricksters would try and pull fast ones. If you saw, in modern times, if somebody goes to court and acts like they didn't, do something wrong and, they've got their halo fully on in place and they're really just a little punk-ass bitch that needs to have something more than a slap on the hand, you'd be the one that would be like, well, bam, and now here's your punishment. And you'd give them more. And this is mellowing you out a little bit. You had gotten a little bit severe and they would try and pull tricks on you. I think sometimes, even though you were the water king, you were also like somebody that they would fuck with a little bit because you were such a crusty old codger. Wow. Yeah, they would. This one got you more in your mode of, I would say, true essence, a compassionate king rather than just the justice. The true essence is what's come through. More of trying to be in the hero's mode, trying to understand the world of children again, because you didn't come out like sometimes we'll see like a parent situation or the birth or whatever. You came out fully old codger right here. You're having to relearn the ways of the child, the way of the fresh eyes, the fresh set of eyes going forward. And this one is like a little bit this very, very pretty, but also sweet, but also fireball. Firebrand coming through. She is a really unexpected delight, unexpected test of patience. almost like reminds you of your youth after you had forgotten how to be young. A mirage. Where is her fucking mother? What happened to her fucking mother? Let's go on here. Let's go on here. Where is this? Where's that Dream Enchantress deck? I want that one. I know. Where did it go? Where is that one? Why does that one need to be here? One second. The imagery from this one is what I'm feeling like I need. I don't know why, but we're going there. She's got the fire from her mom's side. Oh, goodness. It's like her mom went off into this place that she couldn't have gotten, shouldn't have gone to, and she got trapped there. And it doesn't feel like she's got trapped and held hostage in that sense. It feels like she set herself up and was trapped in time somehow, so she couldn't return. Her mom went off and got trapped somehow. I don't even know. How do you go and get yourself trapped in time? She became attached to something, someone else. She went to these lands that, like, if the mom goes to these lands and gets trapped there, it's like she will find an obligation that she needs to meet there, and she's a little bit deluded. It's like she's got a bad reflected thing about the duty that she must do. She's trapped there and confused, and she's trying to do this duty all the while failing this one. That's why this one lands on your lap to help compensate with this. Okay, what else? The mom went and gets trapped by the fascination of the humans, and rather than being with the water dryads, she's fascinated by the humans. We show them these. She's gone to where she shouldn't go a little too long, and she is trapped there for a while. It's like she's broken some sort of law that is a law of nature, to not go too close to the human or to be spotted by the human, and she's enjoying the human. She's just fascinated with them, and she's forgotten her own self. So she is very trapped in time. That's okay. This one doesn't seem angry by the lack of her presence. It's just like, well, that's what's going to happen if you go there. Okay. Anything else? That's what's going to happen if you go there. Yeah, it's almost like the kid says, okay, Mom, you're there. Do your battles there. I see you, but I got to be on my way and go handle my own shit. The kid is wise enough to know that this law is how the law is. You're wise enough to know the law. If this is crossed, then that's the result, and that's just how it is. So this is why you take this one under your wing in the first place, because the mom kind of did a dopey thing, a dopey stunt. Should have known better. Probably did know better, chose to do it anyway, because of fascination of the humans. Weird. Why is this mattering? We've got the unmasking of something. It's by the old man. We've got the unmasking of something by the old man. This is the old man who unmasks the daughter, who helps the daughter know who she is. And the Book of Wisdom. There's something like, I don't think your mom was supposed to go do that, but she did. I think that was something that the daughter was supposed to go do. Like, the daughter was supposed to go figure out humans and help humans and be a little bit more unmasked, but the mom wanted the adventure. What do we got here? Anything else? The mom fell in love with the humans. In love with the humans, in love with one human in particular, and it's why she wouldn't leave. She would rather be out in the cold with her own people than leave. There is a certain nostalgia. The daughter's going to have to go figure it out. And how are you going to help her that? We're going to the humans now. Ick. Okay. Stuck. This is the mom stuck. The mom is like more and more losing her mind. Losing her grasp on which world she's supposed to be in. But look, here she is, all around the humans again. Losing her mind. The justice comes through. The daughter comes through as the justice. You send the daughter. There's some sort of spell that is worked upon the daughter. This one, when she's grown, when she's big enough, she'll walk among the humans. It's why she's unmasked. She goes and unmasks herself. I think she goes and rescues the mom because you tell her how to do it. Absolutely, that's the story. What a wild. Okay, so then what do you do? Why is this concerning you? Well, because it fell to you, because you were the arbiter. It fell to you. This is part of what you do. It's part of how you've always done. You've known the water people, the water fae. You know all the fairy sprites, the gnomes, the everyone's. You know. You have the information. You share the information. You're willing to do the labor. You're willing to bring justice. You're willing to bring the truth of the situation out and let things happen in time how they have to happen.
Okay, hold on. Okay, everyone, I'm buffering. Everybody seems to be buffering the live. We're still live. Debra, it is being recorded, so don't sweat your end. You'll be able to see it on Angie's YouTube. We're going to finish out the read, and then we'll see how everybody's doing. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the king, it's his duty. He understands the knowledge of the woodland people, of the fairy sprites, of whatever you call it. The water sprites is his element, his domain, to honor the truth and the ways of that. The daughter has gone to get the mom, and this is the lesson of the earth. What is offered in exchange? There's a certain technology and a certain contract and something about crystals coming through that needs to happen. Again, on here, crystal with a sword. There's some kind of crystal sword of truth, some kind of crystal technology in the way of knowledge and information that needs to be passed. Some people are allowed to see the water sprites, others not. The humans that the mom have spent time with are allowed to see the water sprites before she goes. The daughter goes and gets her out of there. Brings her home. Brings her home. The daughter brings her home. This is very crazy. This is a period of time where the daughter is unmasked right in front of them, like right in front of all of the humans. The daughter makes her presence known, felt, and seen, and says, "Okay, this is what's going on," and she takes the mom home. Okay, what about you, Mr. King guy? You don't need this deck. This is to do with humans. You didn't need to go there. All right. There's a certain creek. A certain creek in the liminal that is like where there is a gate that can be opened. There is energy of the water sprites and the lessons they play. The people that play the tricks, yeah, they're going to get tricks on them played. It's just fair game. But the other people that are on the liminal line, they understand and they can see a little bit. There's people that can see through this. This is something that is definitely water sprite, forest fae. I don't know if this is Wales or Ireland or where. It can be in other parts of the world too that these things happen. But this is near streams, small rivers, not huge, not like along the shores of the Mississippi. On the shores of small rivers, this happens. It will still happen, and there are traveling ones. The allowing this to happen has unleashed a bunch of fool sprites that are allowed to play, allowed to dance near the liminal space. You feel that's good? Yes? Why? Because it allows the freedom between both worlds, and it allows belief and faith in things that are bigger than what is just the limitation of the world that's there. So the tricksters that would play pranks on the old codger guy don't play tricks on him as much if they're allowed to go and explore. It's when you go and explore and you're allowed to have a little bit of wildness going on, you see the world that's bigger, there's travel necessary. There might be that you have itchy feet in this life because of what's happened in this life. And this desire to travel, even though you stayed a lot in this life to arbitrate, to enforce, to bring justice, it might be that the carryover is now that you want some of this freedom. Yes. You're still pretty grounded. You still stay pretty much home base, but there is a desire to travel. There is some idealistic poetry in what's written in your law, in your way of being. And there's this sense of magic and championing the magical that goes on because you know the truth of it. You know the truth of magic's existence. You know this because you've been this. Yeah. You will always know the fiery truth. You'll always know where the fiery branches are. You'll know the value of water and fire branches. Whatever that is, you'll know where inspiration is every single time. All the time. That's what I'm getting. That feels complete. Holy smokes. What a weird one. That's what I got.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This was you. You came in like this. Boom. That's what I've got.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I didn't expect that one. Usually we go to past lives and it's generally human. Not always, but generally. So, okay.
And she asked, how do you connect with past life to now?
How do I or how do you? Is she asking how am I connecting what's going here, or is she asking how I do this?
She just put, how do you connect with past life now? Me, she put.
How does she? This is where you were so the king of things and the justice and the law. You will want what is fair because of this, but you also understand and recognize magic, and you forgot. You were on the cusp of a close of one era of time and going into another. You're on that again. But this time you're allowed to be more in your power and also adventure, not just be the one that's the responsible one all the time. You will also look out for the person that has the disadvantage, like this comes up almost like an orphan child because the mom got so trapped. You'll also stand up for injustice for children, which a lot of us do, but this is part of the reasoning why. Because you've done this before, you will always see this. You'll be prone to spot it, even if it's legally what has to happen or the consequence of something that is beyond anybody's control. You'll try and assist where you can. This is what you're still going to be doing in this life, that is remnants of this, because you've done this. So that's what I've got. And the understanding of the magicalness of river sprites, for whatever reason. You'll know certain rivers or certain creeks. You'll know traces of people that have been there. I don't know